Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is it even possible for my hair to get any more amazing, baby?
I think the clock on the computer's fast because it's only 10:55.
I know. I can't see. We are early. Let me go set up the Facebook.
Good morning.
I literally can't. My eyes are so glassed up.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
Do you need eye drops?
No, I don't know. I just have credit them or something. Okay, party people, send out any last minute text to everyone on the team. Let them know that they are in for a treat. And as always, when we get on a Zoom, make sure that we are muting our phones. I think we are 1 minute away. Oh my gosh, Toni Garcia, you look so fancy. Do you have makeup on? Did you get all dolled up for this call today? You look frozen. And Toni is frozen. There you go. We are 1 minute away from greatness.
Happy Saturday, Chris.
Happy Saturday.
Sounds like you had a little too much fun.
So we had 20 people in the office last night. It was pretty wild. Kids. I lost my voice screaming over the loud music. And it was crazy. We're out there and Lauren, do y'all know who Lauren Daigle is? Does anybody know who Lauren Daigle is? All right. Well, at any rate, Lauren Daigle, who is my daughter said TikTok film. Let me do that.
What?
I'm down an hour.
Cool.
Yeah, so now I can.
All right, we have some unmuters having parties. Yeah, so anyway, we had Lauren Daigle on the boat last night, and a new friend, a doctor that was a pro wakeboarder, And I mean, it was craziness. It was really, really fun to watch. Good times. I have the McLeans here in town. So we had their whole tribe. We had all the McLean kids and the McLean adults. And then we have the Prathers here as well. We have Ian and Betsy over here. So we had a really good time last night. It was lots of fun. And I lost my voice. But that's not the important part. The important part is everyone got on this call today because y'all wanted to find out how to go out there and grow your business. And what I can tell you is that you won't be able to learn from a better person than this young lady that I'm about to turn this call over to. I can tell you that over the last 2 years, I built a great relationship with her. And she's absolutely been amazing. In fact, most teams that have a customer page have all modeled after Toni. She's the one that started the whole ATM system in our company and what we're doing with the ad tag message. And she's just been amazing. And not only that, she has been such a wealth of knowledge helping every person get their team started. Not just, oh, here's a group page, but she is someone that just loves people and loves helping people and has poured into so many people, whether you're in her team or whether you're in any other team in the company, she doesn't care. She is an amazing person, and I've grown to just absolutely love her and her husband, Juan, and they're just fun people. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Toni Garcia.
The crowd goes, yay! Thank you, Chris. That's an incredible introduction. You're going to make me drive over to New Orleans and come hug your neck today. Well, so welcome.
Toni, your connection is terrible.
I'm super excited to be with all of you here today. And yes, I'm nervous.
Cutting out. Toni, for some reason, you're cutting out. Bad connection.
If I
You're frozen. You're frozen. What's the song for Frozen? Let it go. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go.
Do you want to build a sandcastle?
Yeah.
Come out into the sun and play. You at the shore. Please come out the door. Your tan is gonna fade.
So is your connection better now, Toni? Toni Garcia.
I think I can do it here. Hang on.
All right, there you go.
I'm afraid to press end on the computer because.
You're the host.
Hang on.
No, just you could leave meeting. You don't have to end.
Okay. Whew, I'm nervous. Now you guys can see me sweating. See, the computer hides all that. Hang on a second. Let me fan this off for a minute. Thank you, Chris, for that incredible introduction. You're going to make me drive over to New Orleans and come hug your neck today and join the party that you guys are having. Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous.
Come do it.
So anyways, welcome everybody. I'm super excited to see so many of you. You're here, but I'm going to be looking here because I love doing the computer because I love to look at everybody and all your beautiful faces. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. I am super excited to be your host today, and I need to be looking here, right? I confused myself. Oh my gosh, technology is not my friend, y'all. Hang on one second. Okay, I'll look here. So anyway, I am thrilled to be with you all this morning, and I want to commend you and kudos to you for giving this time up to invest into your business. You know, for those of you that are maybe just hopping on, my name is Toni Garcia. I am from a little town in South Louisiana called Thibodaux. Some of you may have heard of Thibodaux. I was surprised that, you know, Claire Holbrook heard of Thibodeau, and she actually knows people here. So anyway, it's been an incredible adventure for me on this happy journey for this last almost 2.5 years now. And what I can say, guys, is, oh my goodness, we have the most incredible leadership, right? Wouldn't you all agree? Chris, Ricky, Ian, aren't they incredible? Coupled with the most incredible company. Our executive team, guys, is there's no one other company out there that's better than what we have. And I truly believe that with all my heart. It wasn't always that way, but it is now. So for those of you that are just joining us, you have come in at the perfect time. See, timing is everything. And we were just hardcore if we stuck through the last 2.5 years, but we have paved the way for you and have made it so simple now for you to come in and get started building an incredible business from day one. So what I'm going to talk about today is just a few of the things that are going to help you along the way. So, you know, so many times people come in and they get started and they're excited and they drink the coffee, they drink the happy juice. I'm having a second cup just for all of you, so watch out here once it kicks in. They come in and they're excited. They drank the coffee, they tried the coffee, or maybe they just believed in the story that you shared with them. But they joined and so many people quit before they ever truly get started for several different reasons. But the most recognized reason that I have found is they just don't know what to do. And so some of the things that I'm going to share with you here today is going to help you. For the new person that's just getting started, we want you to understand how simple this business can be. It's not easy. It does take commitment. You do have to do things, right? But it's simple. And every single person that's just joining us today can do what we do. And so welcome, 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 everyone. I'm going to have to turn this off because this is distracting me. So what do I do? Hang on a second. Leave meeting. Whew, here we go. Y'all, many of the leaders get on here and they talk about how they squirrel. I squirrel bad. And whew, I was so afraid. I was so afraid of knocking everybody off right here. Okay, so that's done. So anyway, what I want to do, oops, I need my light though. Hang on one second. What I want to do is just introduce myself. So many of you have, you know, maybe you've heard my story, but for those of you that haven't, I think it's an important one to share. See, I like everybody to know that just because, you know, you may see the success, and not only in me and the leaders that we have now, we see the success in everyone's business right now when you look at a leadership standpoint, but what you don't see is the struggle that they had to get there. Where were they before they got to where they are now and what you see today? And so I'm going to share just a tad bit of my story because I think that that's so important. I think it's important for all of you to understand that we don't have it always have it together, but we have such a duplicatable, simple system that everyone can do what we've done. And so for those of you that don't know, almost 2.5 years ago now, I got started. I was introduced to this company. I was in a previous company before, so I had a little bit of network marketing experience, but wasn't really ever very successful. I had some success, but never a whole lot. And a lot of it led to me just not believing in myself that I could do this. And so when a friend of mine, Marcy, introduced this to me 2.5 years ago, she came at me with the business opportunity and I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested at all, although I was in a really desperate financial situation and needed the money. I didn't believe in myself that I could do it. And so that's where that came from. But she started sharing stories with me of how people were having success with weight loss. And that's something that I was interested in. And so she sent me a sample and it sat on the counter for a month. So tip number one, when you're sending out samples, you're investing in people, be sure that you're following up with them. she followed up in about a month, and I kid her about this all the time. We've all learned from that, right? Because if I would have gotten, I keep saying, why didn't you follow up sooner? It was busy. It was Christmas time. I put it on the counter and I forgot about it. But when she did follow up with me, I tried it the very next day, and oh my goodness, I had that wow factor. Not everyone does in day one, but I did. I think because my body was so deficient and so depleted in so many areas that I just, I had a very powerful first day experience. And so it led me to believe that I knew that there's so many people out in this world that needed what I had in my hands at the moment. So I was explained that I was in a very bad financial situation to the point of we were paying bills with credit cards, guys. Anybody ever been to that point, like really in a desperate financial low? And I knew that I had to do something. I didn't want to go back to work, didn't want to go back to a 9-to-5, didn't want to go back to exchanging time for dollars. And so I applied with Uber. And that was, it falls in the gig economy. I looked at it as I didn't really have to learn anything. I can go and work when I wanted to work, and it was going to be the great thing. It was my option versus going back to work. I wanted to be my own boss. And so when she reached out to me and I experienced the product, it made me have a second look at, maybe I can give this network marketing another run, because I had so much belief in the product and what it had done for me. So I did. I didn't have the money, but I borrowed it. I didn't go intentionally to the bank and say, hey, I need to borrow some money to get a business started, right? I mean, literally, I guess people know when you're broke. In a small town, I guess the word gets out because a check appeared in my mailbox. And I'm not kidding. It was from a local finance company. And what it said was, this is a real check. And I took that sucker to the bank, waited to make sure it was legit. And once it was in my account, I got this business started. And within 2 months, I was able to pay that loan off. But I'm just here to say that we're not always what you see right now. I was struggling in a really hard financial situation when I got started. And that was my driver, I believe, to make that change in my life. See, every single one of you are here. You tuned in this morning, probably because you've already said yes to the business. And so one thing that you have to do is define what your driver is. What is it that you need? What made you commit to pay the money, the membership, to get started here with us? Figure out and define what that why is. If you already have it, great. If you don't, dig deep, because that's what's going to get you up out of bed every morning and get you doing the intentional things that you need to do every single day. Share that with your sponsor. Share that with the person that you linked arms and joined this business with, because they need to know. They need to know that so that they can hold you accountable to that whenever they see you maybe slide. We call it backsliding. You just start not showing up every now and then, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're so and so. But we want to be able to hold you to that, because we don't want, like, so many times people, as I shared, and this came from Keith Hall's, guys, people come into this business and they quit before they ever get started. Number one, because they don't know what to do. And that's what this call is about. Or number two, because they lack belief in themselves that they can do it. So what I'm here to do today is just to share with all of you that you don't need any special skills. You don't need to be a network marketing professional. You don't need to attend 10,000 trainings in every week to learn all this different stuff, because all you need to know is what we're going to talk about today. And that's what's going to get you where you want to be in this business. And that is the 4-step system. So one of the things that I wanted to share first, so before we get into that, is we need to know how important it is to, the first thing that you want to do is define your why, which is what you've already done, because that's what's going to be your driver and hold you accountable to the things that you need to do every day. And so what we need to do every day is implement a daily method of operation. This is a business. Although it's just maybe $24.95 to join now, or $49 after the next 8 days, or if you paid $99 like I did to get started. It's important to understand that it does take some commitment. And the level of commitment that you have is what's going to be the determining factor of where your business is going to be a year from now. And so how important is it to you? How important is it for you to be to where you want to be 1 year from today? And you may have been in this business for 2 years and really find yourself struggling to just get started. It's okay. Every day is a new day. And so many times we have to pivot. If you understand what pivoting is, something's not working, we do it all the time. I just did it recently for myself personally in my business, because what I was doing personally was not working for me. And so we have to pivot, and we have to change courses and figure out what works. And it's not going to always work, long term. Sometimes you may have to pivot here and there. But something that's important to understand is that's okay. You have an incredible support team here, not only in, Team Rise, but in the whole our corporate executive team is incredibly supportive. They give lots of nuggets and great Garrett and Sylvia. For those of you that don't tune in to Wednesday night, you must. I mean, the Wednesday night What's Up with calls are absolutely incredible. Garrett and Sylvia drop nuggets all the time. But going back to what we have to do, what level of success are you looking for? We're here to meet you where you are. And that's one of the things that's important to understand. All of you may not have big goals. You may be here for community just because you're tired of being in quarantine and you're looking for some friends. You may be here to just make a couple of $100 a month. You may be here to make $1,000 a month, or you may be here to go all in. And that's where I was. I knew I had a little bit of experience in the industry and knew what was capable and what I was capable of. And I knew that if I would just listen to the leaders that had done it before me, that I would be right there where they were. And that's what I did. I came here completely coachable. And sometimes that's tough. When you've done a business before, when you've been in this type of thing before, it's really hard to let go of bad habits and things that we know and learned along the way. But I'm telling you, once you do that and you really get all plugged in and tuned in with the simple 4-step system that Chris and Ricky and the guys have created here, you will find that your business is going to just move a lot faster. And so one of the things that we want to talk about is let's just go right ahead and go into the 4-step system, because I'm going to share the other things with you after. And so the 4-step system, for a while on Monday nights, we were letting different leaders do trainings. And so I'm going to share a nugget with you really quick and plugging into this. When you see somebody killing it, when you see somebody and they're announcing in Team Rise that they're just crushing it and killing it and, ranking up so fast, go check them out. They're doing something right. So, in most situations, I go check out their page. I go and, click on their page and say, hey, what's this person doing? Kind of see what they're doing. And that's ways to grab nuggets from people without them even knowing it. So many of you have helped me, so thank you. But the 4-step system, guys, really lays the foundation of what we have here. And no matter what all the stuff that you've known before from network marketing, all the things in your brain that, may be holding you back, you just need to let go of it, release it, and know that you need to know these things. And that's it. Number 1, drink coffee and be happy, right? If you don't drink coffee, drink chocolate, drink zest, drink tea, drink something. Be a product of the product. That is the number 1 rule. And that's important because that's what's going to fuel your fire. That's going to fuel your passion for getting out there and wanting to share it with others, because if you give our products an opportunity, they will change your life. They just make you feel so good. And so many people want to lose weight and, be in whatever. We have so many results coming from this. Be a better mama, be a better wife, be a better anything. But here's the thing. Who doesn't just want to feel better? Everyone in this world wants to feel better. And they tell you no, they're lying. They want to feel better. Nobody just feels incredible all the time. You know, everybody can use our product for that one reason. So be a product of the product. It's super important to be a product user yourself. And then, you know, really get comfortable with asking the question. No matter what you do, what you learn, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on trainings to learn this and learn that. But it doesn't matter if you're not asking the question, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? Or are you open to taking a look at what it is that I'm doing? We must ask that question. And the more comfortable that you get, the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. And you'll just find yourselves doing it in casual conversation over and over and over again. But to begin with, you have to be intentional. How many people, write that number down. How many people are you going to commit to talking to every single day to ask the question? Here, have you heard about the Happy Coffee that everyone's talking about? Do you want to be spammy? No, you don't want to just go inbox a bunch of people and just, you know, be a spammer. You just want to get in general conversation. Hey, my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's been a while. How have you been? And drive the conversation. And so, you know, getting to the question of, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? Sometimes it will take a little bit to drive your conversation to that, but just start talking to people, guys. I promise you. And we're gonna talk about some of the ways that you can do that here in a minute. But that's number 2. Ask the question. Number 1 is drink coffee and be happy. I don't know. Somewhere in there is don't be a weirdo, okay? Because that's probably number 0 to 1. Don't be a weirdo. Drink coffee and be happy. Ask the question. Have you heard about the Happy Coffee that everyone's talking about? Why do we say that? Because who doesn't want to be like everyone else? Then they feel like they're missing out. Oh my goodness, if everyone else is talking about this, I want it, right? So number 3, share your story or share a story. Guys, sharing stories is crucial, because then it's not coming off as you're trying to sell them something. People can relate with stories, right? People can relate with the fact that this helps someone else with the same particular issue that they're having in the moment. It'll, you know, touching their pain point. What are their experience and that you know that this product can help them with? That's what you want to touch on. Look, I want to share a story with you. I know that you're going through this or that or whatever. Let me share a quick story with you. And your story is important. It really is, because it's your friend and they trust you. But guys, many of the leaders cover this on this training call. It's super important to understand the stories of others. Learning the stories of what this product is doing for people is going to be your arsenal. It's going to be, it's like your ammo for your business. Dig into the product story groups. Dig into the customer and prospecting pages, Team Rise Community, or whichever one your particular team uses. If you're not sure what that is, get with your sponsor, get with your upline, and have them connect you with whatever group you should be utilizing. Go in there and read the stories. It's super important, because when you're sharing this, when you're introducing the coffee to a particular person and you know what their pain point is, they might not relate with your story. But if you can share a story that's going to touch their pain point, it's super powerful, guys. So learn the stories, and you know, you get those on the Sunday night and Thursday night, those Zoom opportunity calls, and you get those in your customer testimony pages. Utilize those two groups, guys, and they're absolutely incredible. And so sharing a story and then connecting them to a tool. What are the tools? That's number 4. That's your system. Who can't do that? If you join this business today and you've never done this before, you can do this, right? Drink coffee, be happy. Ask the question, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? Share a story or your story and connect them to the tool. 4-step simple system. And connecting them to the tool could be sharing a video with them. I've been utilizing the New Max video a lot. It's absolutely incredible. Invite them to the page. Once you pique their interest, that is all your job is to do, is to pique their interest. Pique their interest. You may have piqued their interest by you know, reaching out and getting into conversation with them and asking them, hey, have you heard about the Happy Coffee that everyone's talking about? Maybe they saw something on your Facebook, you know, on your Facebook that you shared in your story, or on your wall that they reached out and asked you. That happens a lot, don't it? Or, you know, however, maybe your friend shared with them. How once their interest is piqued, guys, I, number one, send a video. Once they ask the question or I know that they're open, I always invite them to those pages. And that's a tool that I believe is very underutilized in our particular group. Be sure that everyone that you're sharing a video with or talking, like once happy coffee comes out your mouth with this person, have to be, oh my goodness, I would love to share more with you, but let me invite you into a page where you can see not only what it's done for me, but what it's doing for hundreds, probably thousands of other people. And so invite them to the group. And the reason why we like to invite them to the group, you'll want to invite them and tag them to a story that resonates with them. But guys, those groups are going to be they're going to do a lot of the follow-up for you. And then it's not just coming from you. It's not just coming from you, Jenny and Bruce, because you're who's on my screen. It's not just coming from you, Mary Ellen. It's coming from all of the people in those incredible pages sharing their incredible stories. And how powerful is that, right? We're not nothing special. Like, they hear our story and it's like, okay, whatever. But if they go in there and they see story after story after story after story, they say, oh my gosh, I need this too. So guys, let the groups do the work for you. If you're not using the groups, you need to be. Make today be a change in your business for that. So that's our 4-step system, guys. Who has used it? Let us know in the comments if you have had success in your business with the simple 4-step system that we have, right? Let us know in the comments. I can't see them and I'm not looking, but that's okay. The other people, especially for the new people that are just joining us now, let them know in the comments, you know, if you're new and this is maybe your first training or you're fairly new in this business, read the comments and let these ladies and guys share with you what's working for them in their business. If you focus on numbers, oh Lord, hang on, I found the wrong page. But it's really good stuff. See, God works in great ways. If you focus on the numbers, this is good stuff. I slid the wrong way in my notes, but this is really good stuff. I think God brought me here for a reason. You know, we're working on, when I came into this business personally, I set myself a goal of reaching out to a certain number of people every day. And that's something that I think is so important for you to do. And it doesn't need to be a massive number, right? A lot of times we're doing something right now called blitzing. And we've pivoted in that because we were just, you know, setting a 20-minute time increment or however many minutes you choose in the day. And we were intentionally reaching out to however many people that we could in that time. But what we've learned through doing that is it's not the number. Like, if we focus on the numbers, the quality of the conversation suffers, right? So we've got to just be intentional with reaching out, even if it's 2 people. If you will be consistent with it every single day, guys, see, that's the key here. Every single day we have to do it. And, you know, maybe you want to take a Sunday off or whatever. That's okay. But every day, do something in your business. You're not working for today. The time that you're investing into what it is that we're doing right now is not going to bring you massive income today. Say that you're working for a year from now, okay? And I'm going to share this. I once attended it was a GoPro event, and Eric Worre had, it was a room, it was a top earners meeting that he had specially, and I was able to attend that particular event. And he interviewed, I think it was maybe the 10 top income earners in their businesses in that room. And so what they were able to tell him was, what he asked of each of these was, what percentage of the business, and some of these were 10, 25, however many years they had been in their business in the position that they were in now, how many, what percent of the income that they had coming in from their business at that point could they contribute to their first year in business? The numbers were atrocious, and I don't have my notes on that right now. And one day I'll maybe make a whole training about just that. But it was incredible to see and to know that it was, I think it was an average of like 80% of the income that they had 5, 10, 20 years down the road. 80% of the income that they still had at that time, they contributed to their first year in the business. And when they did the average among all of them, it ended up, they really broke it down a lot, how many hours in a day that they worked and what the percentage of their commission that they were earning residually at that time was committed to their first year and how many hours they worked. And it averaged out between all of them to $1,000 an hour. How many hours would you work in your business right now if you knew that you were getting paid $1,000 an hour? Some of you might just drink coffee all day and night and not sleep, right? Treat your business that way, and it will. It might not be today, but guys, that was so profound for me, and I was like, wow, that's powerful, and it's true. It's totally true. Ask some of the leaders now, or that are making, good money. Good money. We're not going to get into that, but they're making good money. Hey, I'm going to tell you. Here's a sneak peek. How many of you ordered the EBS kit? And you don't have to have the EBS kit because it's now in the back office. Something that we have here really good, guys, is it in here? Oh, yeah, it's in here. Income disclosure statement. It's not in our back office, but it's also in this EBS system in this little booklet, the compensation plan. The very last sheet is an income disclosure statement that shows you, the average star and how much they make, the average bronze and how much they make. This is an average over the last 2 years, right? And so direct your people to this and say, what would you like your income to be? Define it from them, and help them to understand what they need to do to get there. What do they need to do? What I just shared, the 4-step system. Nothing more, nothing less. The 4-step system. What's the key to that? The secret to it, guys, is doing it every single day. You wake up feeling bad, do it anyway. You don't feel like it, do it anyway. You're tired, it's okay. Do it anyway. You don't want to. I didn't want to do this training today, but guess what? I did it anyway. I always open my mouth and I'm like, no, I'll do it. But then the day's coming, and during the week, I'm like, I'm going to have to plan a trip and go somewhere this weekend so I don't have to do the training. And then this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel nervous. And some of my incredible sideline sisters and friends reached out, guys too, girls and guys. They reached out and they were just pumping me up. And because they know what it's like, to get on here and share with all of you incredible people. I'm intimidated by so many of you, just so that you know. But it's great to know that we're just all in this together. Guys, one of the things that you need to know is that our culture and community here is absolutely freaking incredible. And if you will just do the 4 things that I just shared with you, that's it. Pass the ball. I don't know if I even finished number 4 to the extent, because I did say, once you pique their interest, ask them, drink coffee, be happy. Ask them, have they heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about? Share the story, connect them to the tool. Now, connecting them to the tool could look a little bit different if they're interested in the business. If they're interested in the business, what do you connect them to? You connect them to a person. If they're interested in the coffee or the product, you connect them to the video, you connect them to the tool, which is the ATM group, ag tag and message, invite them to it. I'm going to tell you what, go to zoomreplay.com. Melissa Lucas, who's probably on here right now, hey, she did an incredible training several weeks ago. She really did hone in on how to share your story. That's important. We want to be sure of how we're doing, sharing our story on social media. We want to be attractive. We want to be out there not blitzing and blasting and spammy. We want to be attracting people to us, saying, hey, what is it you're doing? Right? We want to share the benefit of the benefit, not just that we have energy, not just that we're feeling great, but what that meant to us. That's where you're going to tug at the heartstrings of other people. That's where they're going to be relating to you, and they're going to say, wow, I need what she's doing. I need what she's got. So be sure that you go and listen to that because that's super powerful, guys. What else do I need to cover? I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to talk so much because I drank all this coffee. But guys, if I talk too much, then I talk too much, right? That's all we need to know. We need to know that we have a simple 4-step system. It doesn't matter what else you learn. Doesn't matter what else you invest in. It doesn't matter what else you do. Number 1, tune into Monday Night Mindset. Right? Mindset is important because you have to believe in yourself and you have to understand that this can be done. Chris helped me so much in my first several months because I came here broken. I was very broken. For those of you that don't know, I'm a 5-year cancer survivor. And that brings me to look at my life where I got started to where I am now. It's incredible. You know, we don't know what God has in store for us. But I'm telling you, if God brought you here, he's got big things planned for you. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. And don't give up on whoever it was that was brave enough to share this with you. I want to be sure that every single one of you know that you have success in your veins. You are here because God brought you here. You're here because you have something incredible to bring to the lives of others. We're an army of hope dealers here. We're here for a purpose and we're here to go and share happiness with the world. And so all you have to do is really understand that you can do this too. You can have the success that you want to have at any level it is that you're looking for. And so what we want to do here, guys, is just be passionate, be serious, be committed to asking the question, have you heard about the happy coffee that everyone's talking about? That's it. You know, we're a customer-driven business. Many of your customers are going to become entrepreneurs. If you know that someone's had network marketing experience and you think that would be a great fit, sure, share the business with them. But guys, if you will just share your heart and share what the coffee's done, not only for you, but whatever it's done that can relate with that person that you're talking to, continue to do that. Continue to share your story. Continue to love on people. Continue to just be yourself and be genuine and be caring and let people know that what we have is changing lives. So I want to thank you all for hopping in. I haven't watched the comments. I'm going to go back and I don't know if I can go back and read them after. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look before I hang up then. So I'm going to just thank you all for hopping in. One more thing that I want to share. I'm sounding like Chris now. I apologize, but I love him anyway. So I hope you all love me anyway. One of the incredible leaders had shared something with us when we went to a retreat. And this, for those of you that stayed on, you're in for a treat because what she shared with us was something that we've implemented into our business and what we do on a daily basis, along with our intentional reach outs, which is asking people, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about? I'm going to share 2 things with you that have helped me personally in my business over the last 2 months. We implemented a Power 30. And a Power 30 is just intentional 30 minutes a day doing intentional things that's going to increase your engagement on social media. And for those of you that don't know what a Power 30 is, well, where can I share it? I don't know. We'll share it in Team Rise. Somehow we'll share it in the Team Rise group. So go there and look for it. But intentionally, and it's broken down in 5-minute increments. 5 minutes. You're going to wish everyone on your page a happy birthday. For me personally, I take it into Messenger because some people say to do it a couple of days before or the day before or a couple of days after. But just be intentional and consistent with that because it matters. You're also going to get intentional with commenting on people's Facebook stories. Now, this is people that are not already your Ellepreneur friends because that also brings you in their Messenger. You're going to be intentional with commenting on people in their Facebook news feeds, on their posts. Comment, genuine comment, not just a like or emojis, genuine comment. You're going to be intentional with reaching out and starting new conversations. And here is a golden nugget for those of you that don't know what I do. I shared this recently and it has been working like a golden freaking nugget. I'm telling you, I want to just shout this to the world and all Ellepreneurs. Go when you're looking, because sometimes when you've done this for 2.5 years, it's like, oh my gosh, who am I going to reach out to today? Anyone ever feel that way? Like, it's like, oh gosh, who am I going to reach out to today? Facebook has this incredible feature that's called memories. And so if you go into your memories and you go look back 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 9 years, however long you had Facebook, it's going to bring up posts. And I go to those posts and I see who was commenting and liking and engaging on my posts. And that's who I'm going to start conversations with. Every day, I've never run out of people to talk to. Every single day, dig into your memories and see who was engaging on your posts so many years ago and say, it's not, I don't reach out and spam you and say, hey, you know, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? I don't do that. Some people is very bold and they want to go there, and that's okay. But what I do is say, hey, oh my goodness, you appeared in my memories today. It's been 5 years. How have you been? Open the genuine conversation. And most times, like 98% of the times, you're going to be able to drive that conversation to say, hey, what are you doing now? What are you up to? Sometimes they ask me before I ever even get to that, what are you doing now? What are you up to? So we have the opportunity to share that point. Oh my goodness, I have a coffee business. Have you heard about the Happy Coffee? So memories, guys, is golden. I absolutely love that. I'm sharing that with everyone. Let that be something intentionally that you do every single day. And then what else? Was that all I wanted to share? The Power 30. And so then the last thing, and I love this because it's getting activity. So the number 4 was reaching out to people that you, reconnecting with old friends. And then the very last one was engaging, going into the Facebook group that you use, that you comment and that you add in your prospects and friends to and your customers, and going in there and commenting on stories that, because guys, the leaders invest a lot of time and energy into building these tools, these Facebook pages and communities for you to utilize to invite your friends to. But when you invite your friends and your prospect and it's just a boring page and there's no engagement, how fun is that? What about once they can get really engaged in lots of conversations and people sharing their stories and lots of commenting, it looks like a fun, exciting place to be. So that's, and I won't say that now, but it's really important to understand how powerful these groups can be, because when you do that and you start just being intentional with inviting people to those, you are going to see your business flourish. I see Mary Ellen sharing how the Power 30 works. Guys, I'm going to tell you, we've implemented this into our group for probably about 2.5 months now. Last month, I had so many people in our group that are doing this with us say, oh my goodness, people are coming out of the woodworks. It's like people are just asking now, and I've never even knew that they were interested or watching. And it's because we implemented the Power 30 into what it was that we were doing. People now see, you know, when you're engaging on social media, they now see what you're putting out there. People that don't understand Facebook algorithms, when you're making a post on Facebook, 7%, the average is 7%. There's Facebook algorithms that deal. And if you're not very active on social media, 7% of people that's on your audience or your friends list are seeing what you're putting. That's the ones that are on there when you post it, and it's in their news feed. And it's also the ones that are going to your page every day with intention to see what you posted. And none of us are that important. So we're relying on Facebook algorithms. And so when Facebook recognizes that you're engaged with these people, y'all are messaging back and forth, you're posting, you know, on their page, it appears that they're now in, you know, they have this algorithm where they recognize you as friends. So your things are going to pop up in their pages more often. And that's what was happening for this group of people that were doing this. And they didn't realize. It was like, all of a sudden people are coming out of woodworks. No, all of a sudden you're engaging on their things. And so now they see yours. So that's how that works. So anyways, you guys are incredible. Thank you all for hopping on. I could really talk to y'all till Monday, but we're not going to do that. Y'all have an incredible day. Go and share happy coffee with the world, guys. Well, love you all. Bye. I want to read the comments, but how can I do that before I get off? Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Toni.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Toni.
Read
That
them
was
first.
So good.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a
Toni.
great week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toni.
You're
Love
welcome.
you.
Nuggets.
Thanks, Toni.
Thanks, Toni.
Thank you, Toni.
Thank you, Toni. You're amazing.
Welcome.
Thank you, Toni.
Thank you, Toni.
Don't end it.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toni. You're the awesomest training ever.
You're awesome, Toni. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toni.
Yeah, Toni, just don't end it. Let everybody jump off and you can read all the comments.
Right.
How can I see the comments?
Read it. You have to go back and turn it on.
Oh, so when I play the replay, I can see the comments?
Yes, you should be able to.
Awesome. I'll do that.
Bye.
You guys.
Have a great weekend.
Y'all enjoy your weekend. We'll see you
You
next
look
week.
cute. I like your earrings.
Thank you. Thank
Super
you.
cute.
I
Bye.
appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, guys. Enjoy your holiday weekend.
You too.